Have you ever climbed a flight of stairs and felt a sharp ache in your legs? Or bent down only to notice persistent joint pain? These could be early warning signs of weakened bones and declining bone density, a condition known as osteoporosis. This silent disease makes bones fragile and more prone to fractures. While factors like aging and genetics play a role, your diet may be making things worse. Certain foods accelerate calcium loss, weaken bone structure, and trigger inflammation, leading to leg pain and a higher risk of fractures. Are you unknowingly eating foods that harm your bones? In this video, we'll reveal the worst foods for bone health and explain how they contribute to osteoporosis and leg pain. Stick around to learn what to avoid and what to eat instead to keep your bones strong and pain-free. Before we dive in, if you find this content helpful, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and share it with others. It helps support the channel and spread awareness. This video is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always consult a healthcare professional for personalized recommendations. Now, let's get into the worst foods that cause osteoporosis and leg pain. Salt is an essential mineral that the body needs in small amounts for various functions, including maintaining fluid balance and nerve signaling. However, excessive sodium intake can be detrimental to bone health, particularly because it causes calcium loss through urine. When sodium levels are too high, the kidneys work harder to expel the excess, and in the process, calcium is also flushed out. Over time, this leads to a depletion of calcium in the bones, making them weaker and more susceptible to osteoporosis. A high sodium diet has been linked to lower bone mineral density, which increases the risk of fractures and bone pain. Processed foods, canned goods, and fast food are the primary sources of excess sodium in modern diets. Many people unknowingly consume far more sodium than recommended because it is hidden in foods such as frozen meals, snack foods, instant noodles, and even seemingly healthy choices like salad dressings and bread. Restaurant meals, particularly those from fast food chains, are often loaded with sodium to enhance flavor and preserve food for longer periods. Unfortunately, this increased sodium intake contributes to chronic calcium depletion, gradually weakening the bones. Another major concern is that sodium-rich diets often coincide with high levels of inflammation in the body. When the body retains excess sodium, it leads to fluid retention, which can put additional pressure on the joints, exacerbating leg pain. People who already experience joint discomfort or conditions like arthritis may find their symptoms worsening due to high sodium intake. Furthermore, sodium-heavy diets have been linked to increased blood pressure, which can restrict proper blood flow to bones and joints, further impairing their health. Sugar is one of the most pervasive dietary threats to bone health. While many people associate excessive sugar consumption with conditions like obesity and diabetes, fewer realize that it can also have devastating effects on bones and joints. Sugar disrupts calcium absorption, weakens bone structure, and contributes to chronic inflammation, which can lead to leg pain and an increased risk of fractures. The modern diet is flooded with sugary foods and beverages, making it challenging to avoid this silent bone destroyer. One of the primary ways sugar harms bones is by interfering with calcium and magnesium metabolism. When the body processes large amounts of sugar, it causes insulin spikes that disrupt the balance of minerals necessary for bone strength. Calcium is essential for maintaining bone density, while magnesium plays a crucial role in bone formation. When sugar intake is high, the body's ability to properly absorb and utilize these minerals is compromised, leading to weaker bones over time. This makes individuals more susceptible to osteoporosis and joint pain, particularly in the legs and lower body. Sugary drinks, such as sodas, energy drinks, and flavored fruit juices, are particularly harmful because they provide large amounts of sugar in liquid form, which the body absorbs rapidly. Soft drinks, especially colas, contain phosphoric acid, which has been shown to leach calcium from bones. Regular consumption of these beverages not only depletes calcium reserves, but also creates an acidic environment in the body, which forces the bones to release stored calcium to neutralize the acidity. This continuous cycle of calcium loss weakens bones significantly over time. Beyond bone health, high sugar intake contributes to systemic inflammation, which plays a major role in joint and muscle pain. When the body breaks down excess sugar, it produces advanced glycation end products, compounds that trigger inflammation and accelerate tissue degeneration. This can lead to stiffness, swelling, and discomfort in the legs and joints, making movement painful. Many people with chronic leg pain may not realize that their diet, particularly their sugar consumption, is exacerbating their symptoms. Caffeine is a stimulant that millions of people rely on daily for energy and alertness, but excessive consumption can have negative effects on bone health. While moderate caffeine intake is generally safe, consuming too much caffeine can interfere with calcium absorption and increase calcium excretion, leading to weaker bones over time. For individuals at risk of osteoporosis or experiencing leg pain, it is important to be mindful of caffeine intake and its potential consequences. One of the primary ways caffeine affects bones is by reducing the body's ability to absorb calcium efficiently. Calcium is a critical mineral for maintaining strong bones, and when its absorption is impaired, bones become brittle and prone to fractures. Studies have shown that individuals who consume large amounts of caffeine, especially from coffee and energy drinks, tend to have lower bone mineral density compared to those with moderate or low caffeine intake. The risk is even greater for postmenopausal women who naturally experience bone loss due to hormonal changes. Caffeine also acts as a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production. This leads to an increased loss of calcium through the urine, further depleting the body's calcium stores. Over time, chronic calcium loss contributes to osteoporosis, making bones more fragile and susceptible to fractures. For individuals who already suffer from joint pain or conditions like arthritis, caffeine's dehydrating effect can worsen symptoms by reducing the lubrication in joints, leading to stiffness and discomfort. While coffee is one of the most common sources of caffeine, it is not the only culprit. Energy drinks, black and green teas, soft drinks, and even some medications contain significant amounts of caffeine. Many energy drinks not only have high caffeine levels, but are also loaded with sugar and artificial additives that contribute to inflammation, further exacerbating bone and joint problems. Carbonated soft drinks, particularly colas, have become a staple in modern diets. However, these beverages pose a serious risk to bone health due to their high phosphoric acid content. Phosphoric acid is an additive used in sodas to enhance flavor and extend shelf life, but it can have detrimental effects on calcium balance in the body. An excess of phosphorus in the diet can cause an imbalance in calcium levels, leading to reduced bone density and a higher risk of osteoporosis. One of the major concerns with soft drink consumption is that it often replaces calcium-rich beverages, such as milk or fortified plant-based alternatives. When people regularly consume soda instead of nutrient-dense options, their calcium intake decreases, leading to long-term deficiencies that weaken bones. Studies have shown that frequent soda drinkers, especially women, tend to have lower bone mineral density, making them more prone to fractures as they age. Beyond phosphoric acid, many soft drinks also contain high amounts of caffeine and sugar, which further contribute to bone loss. Caffeine increases calcium excretion through urine, while sugar interferes with calcium absorption. This combination creates a perfect storm for osteoporosis and joint pain. Additionally, sugary sodas contribute to inflammation, which can lead to chronic pain in the legs and joints, making movement more difficult over time. Soft drinks also contribute to obesity, which is another risk factor for joint pain. Excess weight puts additional pressure on bones and joints, increasing the likelihood of pain and discomfort, particularly in the lower body. The acidic nature of sodas can also weaken teeth and bones over time, as the body works to neutralize acidity by pulling calcium from the skeletal system. Processed meats, such as sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats, are widely consumed due to their convenience and flavor. However, these foods are loaded with preservatives, high sodium levels, and unhealthy fats that can have severe consequences for bone health. Processed meats contribute to chronic inflammation, which not only weakens bones, but also exacerbates joint and muscle pain, particularly in the legs. One of the primary issues with processed meats is their high sodium content. As discussed earlier, excessive sodium intake causes calcium to be excreted from the body, leading to weaker bones over time. Processed meats are some of the worst offenders when it comes to hidden sodium, as they are often cured with salt and other preservatives to extend shelf life. Regular consumption of these products increases the risk of osteoporosis and makes bones more susceptible to fractures. Another major concern is the presence of advanced glycation end products in processed meats. These compounds are formed when meats are cooked at high temperatures, such as frying or grilling. Ages contribute to systemic inflammation, which can lead to joint pain, stiffness, and reduced mobility. For individuals already dealing with arthritis or osteoporosis, consuming processed meats regularly can significantly worsen symptoms and make everyday activities more painful. Furthermore, processed meats often contain nitrates and other chemical preservatives that have been linked to bone degeneration. These additives interfere with the body's natural ability to repair and regenerate bone tissue, leading to long-term damage. Additionally, the unhealthy fats found in many processed meats contribute to weight gain, which puts extra strain on bones and joints, increasing discomfort in the legs. Refined grains, such as white bread, pasta, and rice, are staples in many diets, but they can significantly undermine bone health. These grains are processed to remove the bran and germ, leaving behind only the starchy endosperm. As a result, refined grains are stripped of key nutrients, including fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are essential for maintaining strong bones. A diet high in refined grains can contribute to nutrient imbalances, making it harder for the body to build and maintain bone density. One of the biggest issues with refined grains is that they are high on the glycemic index, meaning they cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. This leads to an increase in insulin production, which can interfere with the absorption of calcium and other bone-strengthening nutrients. High blood sugar also promotes the production of advanced glycation end products, compounds that damage tissues and contribute to inflammation. Over time, this inflammation can weaken bones and lead to joint pain, particularly in the legs. Additionally, refined grains lack essential nutrients like magnesium and phosphorus, both of which are critical for bone health. Magnesium helps regulate calcium levels and supports the formation of bone tissue, while phosphorus works with calcium to strengthen bones. Without sufficient intake of these minerals, the bones become more fragile and prone to fractures. Consuming too many refined grains also contributes to weight gain, which can put additional stress on the joints, exacerbating pain and discomfort, especially in the lower body. The solution is to replace refined grains with whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat. These grains are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support bone health. Whole grains also help stabilize blood sugar levels, reducing the inflammatory effects that contribute to joint pain. Trans fats and fried foods are among the most harmful dietary choices when it comes to bone and joint health. These unhealthy fats, often found in processed foods, baked goods, and fast food, contribute to inflammation, reduce nutrient absorption, and impair bone health. Trans fats are particularly concerning because they interfere with the body's ability to use essential fatty acids, such as omega-3s, which are critical for bone and joint health. Trans fats, which are created during the hydrogenation process, can reduce the function of vitamin K in the body. Vitamin K plays a crucial role in calcium metabolism and bone mineralization. When trans fats are consumed in excess, they can hinder vitamin K's ability to activate proteins that help incorporate calcium into bones. This leads to weaker bones and an increased risk of fractures. Additionally, trans fats promote systemic inflammation, which exacerbates joint pain, stiffness, and swelling. Fried foods, in general, also increase the production of free radicals and contribute to oxidative stress, which damages bone and joint tissues over time. Regular consumption of fried foods, particularly those cooked in unhealthy oils like vegetable or soybean oil, can increase the risk of developing osteoporosis and experiencing joint pain in the legs. The best approach is to eliminate trans fats and fried foods from your diet altogether. Choose healthy fats, such as those found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts, to promote bone health and reduce inflammation. Incorporating omega-3 rich foods like fatty fish, flax seeds, and chia seeds into the diet can also help support bone and joint function. Diet plays a crucial role in maintaining bone health and reducing the risk of osteoporosis and leg pain. Many foods, including those high in sodium, sugar, caffeine, alcohol, and phosphoric acid, can significantly contribute to bone weakening, joint pain, and inflammation. By understanding the impact of these foods and making informed dietary choices, individuals can protect their bones, reduce inflammation, and alleviate leg pain. Incorporating whole, nutrient-dense foods into your diet, such as calcium-rich vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats, can help support bone density and joint function. By making small, manageable changes, you can ensure that your bones remain strong and your legs remain pain-free for years to come. Prioritize bone health, and your body will thank you for it.